This is Girona's first La Liga campaign, a fact you would likely miss given that Pablo Machín's side have spent the vast majority of their inaugural Primera campaign sat safely in mid-table. Against the big sides, they've held their own and pulled off some upsets, with their system and organisation making them a tough nut to crack. The Catalan side have avoided defeat against Atletico Madrid twice in La Liga this season, and taken 3 points from Real Madrid at Montilivi, with their compact, well-drilled style ensuring that they can battle for a share of the spoils, home or away. Girona used 3 central defenders, with the likes of Bernardo Espinosa, Marc Muniesa, Jonas Ramalho, Pedro Alcala, Juanpe and David Timur all spending time in that 3-man defensive line over the course of the season so far. While it allows for Machín's side the security of having the extra centre-back to cover, limiting how stretched and exposed the heart of their defence could become with a 4-man line, it also supplies an extra option when playing out from the back. Even when caught in possession in midfield, Girona are rarely completely exposed. Per Pons and Alex Granell play as a flat central midfield too, with 2 wing-backs offering the majority of the width when Girona enjoy anything more than a 10-second spell of possession. In attack, both Borja Garcia and Portu look to join the midfield's efforts to their lone striker, with arguable bargain of the season Christian Stuani deployed as a target man. Whether home or away, Girona deploy the same formation, with Machín only tending to tweak how high and how aggressively his side try to press the opposition. Given that Girona use 3 central defenders, as well as Borja Garcia and Portu in relatively flexible roles in attack, guaranteeing width is the key. The La Liga new boys do like to try and counter at pace, especially against a high opposition line, but when they settle into a spell of possession, buying their wing-backs time to get up in support of the attack is crucial. Without them, Stuani would become more isolated, with plenty more asked of Portu to use his pace to get in touch with the lone Uruguayan. Narrow sides, who set up with compact banks of players, are a big theme in La Liga this campaign, but having wing-backs involved can stretch such a setup. Johan Mojica has fought his way into favour at left wing-back, with Pablo Maffeo and Ade Benitez sharing the responsibilities on the opposite flank. When Girona counter as vertically as they can, after sniffing out a chance to hurt an exposed opponent, their wing-backs aren't so vital in an offensive sense. When Machín's men are asked to look for possession, control tempo and slow things down, however, their wing-backs come up in support and are unafraid to drive to the byline or beat their man. By keeping their width, especially against 4-man defences, they can stretch opponents and give Portu and Borja Garcia the pockets of space in and around the box that they can exploit. After being forced to play out wide and work hard at Middlesbrough, Stuani is thriving in a central role and is looking like one of the best pieces of business done last summer in Spain. Extremely physical and a real threat in the air, the Uruguayan is key to adding a focal point to a side that look to play vertically and from back to front in as few passes as possible when their opponent leaves gaps to be exploited. When the ball transitions through midfield and into the wide areas, Stuani likes to pull onto the far post and wait for the service to come his way. It is there where he can rise well, sometimes unchecked, with the likes of Mojica and Ade often pitching their deliveries high to give Stuani the chance to out-jump or out-muscle his marker. If Stuani has been the purchase of the season, there is a good chance that Girona forward Portu is the revelation of this La Liga campaign. Armed with terrific pace, stamina and an endless desire to work hard for the cause, the former Valencia youngster has adjusted from the Segunda life to top-flight football with no teething problems. His speed is his biggest asset, with his acceleration while in possession close to being unrivaled across the division. Deployed on the right-hand side, Portu doesn't play as a winger, but rather has the freedom to react to the spaces that he can be played into on the counter-attack. Playing Portu over the top is a surefire way to get the opponent turned and worried, with his speed enough to stretch even the more pacey defences in La Liga. Borja Garcia and Alex Granell have the quality to weight nice passes into dangerous areas, but often through sheer bullishness and drive, Portu can bring Girona 30 yards upfield by himself. Portu has already hit the goal-scoring figures that he managed last season in Segunda, and will be of huge interest during the summer transfer window after sparkling in one of Spain's best units under Manager of the Year contender Pablo Machín.
If you want to find out more about Girona, keep up to date with their season, their news, or even take a look at their statistics, the OneFootball app is a great place to start, and you can download it from a link in the description of this video. Thanks very much for watching.